right, good morning. Welcome to day 7 of our challenge, right?
6.
I think it's 7.
Yeah,
I know,
7.
we're losing count already. All right, so today is a HIIT class, high intensity interval training. Only optional equipment we have today is a band. You don't need it, but if you want to use a resistance band, you can. And that's it. Let's get started. All right, so lying down for an opening savasana. Arms down, legs down. You can close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then out through your mouth. Then again, deep breath. Open your mouth, exhale, relax. One more time, deep breath. And open your eyes if you close them. We're going to do our warm-up spinal articulation. Bend your knees, bring your feet in close to your bum. Hip width distance. So ankles under your knees, arms are down side. It's a very slow movement. Take a deep breath through your nose. Now, as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, curl, and slowly peel your hips out. You're also slowly peeling your spine off the ground. And hold at the top where your shoulder blades are still on the ground. Tops of your knees just barely visible. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take your time. Finish with your hips on the ground. And now take a deep breath. We're going to do it again. Exhale, tuck, curl, and lift. Suck your stomach in tight. Contract your pelvic floor muscles. Right, like you're in a long bathroom line. Hold at the top. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. One last time. Take a deep breath. Exhale, tuck, curl, and lift. All right, take a deep breath. Exhale, slowly lower down. One vertebra at a time. All right, if you want to get your resistance band on, you can. It would just go right above your knees. And then setting back up where you were. So feet hip width distance, ankles under your knees, arms down side. All right, so going a little bit faster here with our glute bridges. I'm going to call out the pace. As usual, if you need to go a little slower, no worries, right? Just we're not going to go faster. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Making sure not to touch the ground at the bottom. So now that we're starting our bridges, hips stay off the ground the whole time until I say change. Up. Down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Still stomach in tight. A little bit chin tucked. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your bridge. We're going to do calf raises. So bringing your heels up, down, up, down. This too. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down. Keep your glutes tight. Right? Hips stay up in the bridge. Up, down, up, down. Coming as high on your toes as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. So heels stay up. Pulse your hips. Pulse, 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 pulse. Exhale with each pulse. And the pulse as you're staying right at the top of the bridge, just little pulse up, 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 up. So making sure not pulsing where you're dropping your hips way down, right? You're in the bridge all the way up. Still stomach in. Here we go. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down. You can hug your knees into your chest. Whatever feels like a good release for you. All right, next round, wide legs. So opening your feet up, trying for mat width, toes point out. And your toes may be off your mat, knees have to open up so that your knees are over your ankles. All right, arms down side. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, down here too, not touching the ground. Down, exhale, up. Inhale, down, up, and down, up, and down. Stomach in tight, pelvic floor muscles tight. Not feeling this in the knees. Not feeling too much in the low back. If either of those things are the case, you're feeling it in those spots a little too much, you're going to adjust where your feet are, right closer to your butt or further away. Up, down, up, down. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold your bridge. Calf raises here too. Heels coming up, down, up, down, up, down. If you've got the band on, it's going to be extra challenge to keep the knees open. But that's the point. With or without the band, we're working outer thighs some more in this version, the wide legs. Also working gluteus medius more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it on your toes. Pulse your hips. Pulse, 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 pulse. Very small range of motion. Right? When I'm talking small, maybe an inch. Right? Not a lot. Not a lot of movement. Just that little extra squeeze with your glutes to lift up, 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 up. Good, stay with it. Heels up. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down. You can hug your knees in. All right, our last round is pigeon toe. So big toes are together. Your heels are going to open up a little bit. Knees together whole time. Keep your knees tight together. Arms down side. Same thing once we start. Don't let your hips touch the ground. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Knees together tight. No gap. Your hips might not come as high. That's okay. Same thing with the stomach. Suck it in. Contract your pelvic floor muscles. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the bridge. Calf raises again. Heels coming up, down, up, down, up, down. Still knees together. Hips up in your bridge. Right, just adding that calf raise. Everything else stays the same. And you're just doing your best. That's all you can do. So if you took a little rest, no worries. Take a breath or two. Jump back in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. Little movement, little pulse. Now sometimes my brain is thinking it, it's trying to tell the muscles and they're not moving at all. That's okay too, right? Maybe they're moving, you're moving millimeters. It's whatever you can manage right now.
Definitely moving millimeters.
Me too today. Just not happening. That's okay. Stay with it. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down. You can hug your knees into your chest. We're going to ditch the resistance band now. Don't need it. And move into some abs. Alright, today's abs, we're going to do the 20 seconds on, 10 off. I know sometimes we do that kind of shorter, more intense abs, but today we're going to do some abs, switch it up, and come back to abs. So, abs today, we're going to do reaching for the opposite foot, which is something we've done recently in the challenge. But we're going to do it for 20 seconds, then 10 seconds rest. So arms are up, legs are long. You're going to exhale. Try to touch your toes with the opposite hand. Back down. So now left leg to right toes. As straight as you can with your leg. But right, if knee bends, that's okay. If you don't touch your toes, that's okay. But you're trying to, right? So shoulders come up, leg is up. All right. We're going to do that 8 rounds.
Oh,
Here we go. Ready? Set. Arms are over your head and go. Exhale as you reach. Yep. Stomach in. Change.
So my arms are wide.
Arms are up.
Arms.
More arms up, not really wide, but whatever. Change. Ready, go. Sorry. I'll say that one of the right words. Your leg that's not moving up can stay down. If it comes up a little bit, right? No worries. Change. If the arm that's not reaching comes up, no worries. You can also use that arm that's not reaching behind your head for support. Ready, set, and go. Right, so you keep it back. Switch the arm. Right? Just supporting your head and neck. So if you're feeling strain on the neck, this is what you would do. But same idea, you want to lift the shoulders up still. Change, really reach for the toes. All right, ready, set, and go. Whoop, I'm doing the wrong leg. As you reach, you're going to feel your lower back press into the ground. Change. Just keep thinking stomach in tight. Stomach in. Ready? Go. Use your exhale. Exhale, change. Exhale when you reach. But use a big exhale. It's going to help. All right, ready? Set, and go. And stay with it. Trying to invite that burn into the abs, top to bottom. Change. All right, last 2 rounds. Ready, set, and go. This is a similar idea to bicycle crunch. Change, just a little bit different range of motion with the legs. But we're trying to get the obliques involved too, so stay with it. Last round.
Yeah.
Ready, set, and go. Keep going, keep going. Change. All right, we're going into side plank. Pick your side. Remember, if you have a hard floor, you might roll up your mat a little bit. Create a little cushion for yourself. Elbow under the shoulder. Long body, straight body besides that. Ready, set, and go. Already up. Your top foot can be on top of the bottom foot, can be right in front of it, or bend your leg, bring it up higher. The rest of your body is the same. Squeeze your glutes, stomach in, and breathe. You can look up to the ceiling. Just keep the hips up. This too, like anything else, right? If you need to drop down, take a breath, go for it, and then try to jump back in. Make sure not all the weight on that bottom elbow. You're leaning into the forearm, pressing it against the floor. You get an active shoulder on the bottom side. Stretch up tall. Coming towards the end. Again, butt tight. Keep the hips forward. Stretch up. And change. All right, we're coming to our bellies. We're going to do something called deep swimmers. So this one, it's going to be 30 seconds on your belly. The goal is to work your back. The long legs and arms, you're going to open them up a little bit, like towards the corners of your mat. And now you're going to exhale, lift opposite arm and leg. Right, and then down. So it's a straight arm and leg. And you're lifting your chest too. All right, 30 seconds, ready, set, and go. So opposite arm and leg, including your chest, right? So it's not just the arm and leg. You've got to, right, not keeping your chin down or chest down. Lift up. Good, and no rush. Change. And we're into forearm plank. Elbows under the shoulders. Prefer parallel forearms here. Ready? 1 minute. Set. And go. Breathe. Pressing your heels back. Chest stays forward though. Shoulders over the elbows. Hips down in line between the shoulders and the ankles. And not a super deep back bend here, where you want to tuck your tailbone a little bit, just that neutral spine. So there's no added pressure on the low back. You're going to take that pressure off with using the belly, stomach in tight. That's it, doing good. Stay with it. Working your core and more here. Right, shoulders and legs are involved too. Last little bit. And change. Going back to deep swimmers. Long legs, long arms. They're a little opened up. Right, towards the corners of your mat. And go. The arm and leg that stay down can be relaxed. You definitely don't want to use them to push and get the rest of their body in the air, right? The arm that's down is not helping you lift. Same with the leg. We're trying to work the back and glutes here to lift you up. Change. All right, up into high plank. Nancy's thrilled.
I'm just talking myself into it.
All right, so high plank, same form as that forearm plank, just wrists under the shoulders. Here we go. Ready, set, and go. 1 minute. And if you're used to holding, you can open your feet a little bit, maybe narrow the hands a little bit and start tapping your shoulders. Right, if the 1 minute hold is not going to challenge you enough, that's what you're doing. Just make sure we're not twisting the hips. Right, so you've got to stay in plank form. Whichever version you're doing. Stomach in tight, butt tight. Especially if you're tapping the shoulders, you got to squeeze your butt. Under 20 seconds left. Eyes a little forward, long neck. Press the floor away from you. We're changing how we're working the shoulders with this one compared to that last one. Change. All right, we're going back down for deep swimmers. Another time. All right, again, long legs, long arms. Ready, set, 30 seconds, go. Also making sure you're not shrugging your shoulders here, right? So even though the arm is lifting up and is long, you don't need to bring your shoulder up to your ear. Okay, keep it back. And change. All right, we have another plank.
Yay.
Forearm plank one more time. Last one.
I was so hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah. Ready?
I really wanted more.
Set. And go. 1 minute. And making sure not floating the hips up high. We're letting them drop down low. Right, nice and long. A little bit tailbone tucked, so that just means that your tailbone, instead of being more parallel to the floor, a little bit down, right? The base of your tailbone, the bottom of your tailbone, a little bit towards the floor. It makes you tilt your pelvis a little bit and engage the abs more. And that's what you want. You want the abs to help support you here. Coming towards the end. Good, last few seconds. Again, last plank. Stay strong.
It's not the last plank.
And change. Well, it's not including side plank, but.
Well, I include all planks in plank. Okay.
All right, side. Oh no, actually, we're doing the steep swimmers again. Sorry, almost skipped them. Not skipped. Okay, here we go. Deep swimmers. One more time, and then we'll do our other side plank. Ready, set, and go. Lift your chest. Lift the leg. Feel your back working. Remember, that's the goal here. So use your back. Change. All right, now other side plank. I think your right arm is down.
Okay.
All right, elbow into your shoulder. Yep, and if you switch directions, you might forget which side was down, but hopefully you'll remember as soon as you start that, oh, I did this one. Okay, and then you switch it up. Ready? Same thing. Set it up and go. On the clock. Some of the tendencies in side plank is top shoulder rolls forward. Want to keep it back. So that doesn't mean you reach your arm back only. You got to bring the shoulder back. And with the hips, the tendency is your top hip rolls back. Keep it forward so your hips are vertical. Stretch up as tall as you can. Again, press your forearm into the ground. Squeeze your butt. Stomach in tight. Shaking and burning, okay? You got this. Press into the ground. Lift up. Come into the last 10 seconds now. You did it on one side. Finish on this side. You can always switch up that top leg, but stay with it. Change. All right, we are going to stay down here to do another round of abs. All right, we are sticking with the obliques. We're going to do two different moves this time. One that we've been doing a bunch lately, but penguin toe taps. All right, so that one, knees are bent in a bunch, so your feet are in pretty close to your bum. Shoulders up, long arms. Reach towards your toes, other toes. All right, second round, we're going to do a butterfly, not so much obliques. Arms and legs are long. You're going to try to do a butterfly sit-up, so you're going to bring legs and arms up. Hug the knees in, back down. If you can, not touching the ground with your legs. Ever.
Oh.
But you can drop them all the way down if you need, no worries. You can also, if this is, just too much of a motion for you, then you can have your hands back here. This doesn't make it easier, it just maybe gentler, but it's not easier on the muscles. This one, you have your hands behind you, fingers towards your bottom, and this one you would lean back and up, All right, so you kind of abbreviate the motion and use the arms for some support. Your choice, all right? So first the penguin toe taps, then we'll switch to that butterfly sit-up.
I don't understand what's butterfly about it, but I'll just take your word for it.
I think it's the arms, like, I don't know.
Flapping.
Whatever,
arms.
flapping, it could be anything. All right, ready, set, shoulders up, and go. So reaching for your toes. Maybe it's a swimming reference, a butterfly stroke.
Maybe.
Change.
Butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Butterfly.
Yeah, so now butterfly next.
Okay, I'm doing this one.
Yeah, whichever one works. Ready, set, and go.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
So you're on your hands.
Oh, hands.
Hands, yeah. If you're doing the modified version, hands. And then you lean back.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's better.
Bring your knees in. Change. Also, if you're doing that one, make sure you're not rounding. Right, so we're not going down like this. Right, keep your chest up. And go. Penguin toe taps. So both of these, stomach in tight.
Lower back down.
Yeah, lower back is on the ground here. Change.
Okay, let's try this.
So again, you can do that full sit up. Otherwise, I'm gonna do the modified 2 and make sure we're getting it. Ready? And go. So again, chest up, stomach in. The arms are really just a little bit of support. You don't want a lot of weight in them. Use your abs. And you just go as far as you can. Change. Right, see, I notice I feel little pops and clicks if I start to round my lower back and that. So it tells me I need to not do that. Ready, set, and go. Trying to keep your shoulder blades off the ground here. Really reach down for the toes. Change. And coming back up to butterfly. Ready, set, or staying down to do the from the floor. Go. Change. Hard for me to talk while doing that.
Yeah, hard for me to do that while doing that.
Ready, go. Penguin toe tap. Last round of these. Working the obliques, that's where you want to feel it, kind of towards the sides. In the abs, change. All right, last butterfly. Ready, set, and go. And whichever version works for you. Stomach in. Change. All right, we are coming up to standing. All right, we're gonna do some legs next. All right, so our next moves, we're gonna do a walking squat. So feet about hip width distance, stomach in tight. And we are gonna do 2 different moves here, but alternating. First, walking squat, you're gonna squat down. I mean, as low as you can, but we're also gonna walk in it. So keep your hips back and take a little step, 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 step. What was that, 4?
Yes.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, you can do less than 6. Just make it an even number. Keep your stomach in tight. All right, And then the next round, we're going to keep our feet about shoulder width, stomach in tight. We're going to do a squat with 2 stops in the middle. So from here, we're going to squat, squat, all the way as low as we can go, up, up, to the top. Okay?
Okay.
So a little bit of counting in this one. So a little extra mental challenge. Here we go. Ready? So feet about hip width. They can be a little wider, that's okay. But into the squat some, and go. Keep your stomach in, your chest up. And just an even number. And you're trying to keep your hips down, right? Change. All right, so feet about shoulder width. Stomach in. Neutral spine. Ready? Go. 1 stop, 2 stops, last stop. 1 stop, 2 stops, last stop. 3, 1, 2. It's your pace. Just make sure you actually stop at each spot. Change. And for both of these, your arms can go wherever you need for balance. Ready? Towards the back of your spot, into a squat, and go. Trying not to bring the hips up. Right? You want to stay down low. I'm going to go sideways. So we're not coming up and down, right? We're staying low. Staying low. Your pace, your size steps change. All right, back to our squat with the 3 steps. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If they're not super even, don't worry. Do your best. Just make sure you get all the way up and that you get all the way down at the bottom one. All the way down change is dependent on you, right? All right, we're going back to our walking squat. Ready, set, and go. The walking squat too, if you notice my neck, I'm not trying to look straight ahead. I have my head down some. I'm watching the floor. You just want your neck in line with your spine so you're not straining it. Change.
I'm back.
All right, back to squats. Ready, and go. So 3 stops. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This one too, your neck in line with your spine. So it's not like you have to look forward in front of you. Make sure your hips are going way back. We're working the thighs, change, and your glutes. So legs, hips involved. Ready? Last walking squat. Ready, and go. Just again, even number of steps. Stomach in tight. If your thighs are burning, good for you. Change. If not, we're gonna get there. Ready? Squats left. Last one. Ready? Set and go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Your pace. Inhale as you go down. Exhale up. Change. All right, we're gonna stay up here. We're gonna do some wide leg half burpees. I rarely do a class without them.
Yay.
So this is for cardio, bringing the heart rate up. We're gonna do the first 4 rounds with a push-up, the second 4 no push-up. All right, so what it looks like, wide legs towards the front of your space, arms up. You're gonna inhale, squat down, put your hands down. Exhale, you can step or float to plank. Then inhale down, exhale up in your push-up, and step or float your feet forward, up from the squat. So 4 rounds like that, then the second 4 rounds, no push-up, but same movement. All right, ready? Here we go. Let's start together towards the front of your space. Arms up, and go. Squat down, back to plank, push up. You can always drop to your knees for the push up. That is fair game. And do as much range of motion as you can. So on the knees, if you can't get all the way down, it's okay. Do what you can. Then back onto the toes, change to finish the burpee. All right, round 2, still doing the push up. Ready? Arms up, go. Squat down, plank, push up, squat, and up. Change. All right, round 3. Ready? Arms up, go. Bringing the heart rate up here. So you want to move the best you can, but always feeling it out. Change. So you can always start from down in plank for this too. If you're down there when we change, ready, go. So last round with the push-up. And best push-up you can. And keep moving. Change. All right, no more push-up.
Best push-up.
No more push-up. Ready? So just moving through the burpee. Ready? Arms up and go. So just back to plank and then forward again. No push-up. Just make sure you go all the way to plank, whether you're walking the feet or floating them. Get all the way to plank. Change. What? Try not to anticipate the change, if that's what's going on. Ready? Arms up.
Maybe that.
Go. Keep breathing. Right, important all through class, but especially change in cardio. We're bringing the heart rate up. The blood is flowing. Need the oxygen to flow too. Arms up. Go. It's stomach in tight. Full range of motion. Make sure to go through the squat. Change. We're already up to the last round.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. Arms up. And go. It also flies when you have other things to think about. Just stay with it. No more burpees after this. That's it. Try to get one more and go for it. Good. Change. All right. Grab a sip of water if you need. We're going to do a little bit more legs. I'm going to grab a sip of water. All right, so for this next leg move, you're gonna try to find a little bit of wall space. You could use a door frame, just a little bit of space, because what we're gonna do is called a wall sit. This one, we're not doing 20 and 10. It's going to be a little bit longer holds with little breaks still. So what we're going to do is back to the wall. You're going to bring your feet out, hip width distance. Think about the length of your thighs and eyeball it at first, then you'll feel it out. Right, hands back to lean back, get your hips, your shoulders against the wall. Slide down so you're in a chair. Going for thighs parallel to the floor, knees over the heels, and then we're going to hold it. All right? You can, I know I said no optional weights. If you want, if this is not hard enough for you, you can hold weights or wear a backpack on your chest with something in it, some books, whatever, but we're going to do it today with nothing. Ready? So find your wall space. Try to figure out roughly where your feet should go. Again, about hip width distance. And then hands back. Start to lean against the wall. We're going to slide down into the chair, and then I'll start the timer. Ready? So sliding down best you can, thighs parallel to the floor, and we're in it. We're on it. So this one, keep your chest up. And we're not rolling forward, chest up. Try not to push with your arms against it. You can rest them on your legs. Just try not to like push, right? We're not using the arms to help the upper body stay up. Stomach in tight. Breathe. And if you're shaking, that's good. Just don't want pain in your knees or hips or back. Change. You can push yourself up. Ooh, shake it out a little bit. I like to keep my feet where they were. Try not to move around because if they were in a good spot, you want to remember that spot. All right, we're going to go back in. 30 seconds again. Ready? Hands back, lean back, slide down, and go. We're on it. Stomach in. If it helps you, you can focus on a spot somewhere in front of you. But we are looking to get some serious burn in the thighs. If it's too much to be down here parallel, you can move it up a little bit too. Find somewhere where it's hard, it's a challenge for the muscles, but that you can try to make it change. Shake it out a little bit. All right, we're gonna go back down another 30. Ready, let's get it set up. Leaning back, against the wall, slide down, and go. Timer start. On the clock, 30 seconds. And breathe. Stomach in again, chest up. Not trying to make this easy. I want to make it work. And change.
Oh.
Yeah, getting some burn. All right, we have one more round. Bonus round though. We're going longer than 30. Longer than 30. So best you can. All right, we are aiming for a minute. Best you can. Just keep breathing. You got this. Ready? And this is it for legs today. Let's get back. Ready? Slide down and go. On the clock already. Challenge yourself. Right, you can adjust your height. You want to make sure, obviously by now you probably figured out your floor is not too slippery. You need to be able to be pretty firmly planted. Ooh, the shaking is starting for me here. We're past 30 seconds. As best you can. At 40. Oh my goodness. Ah. See, I'm up, but I'm going to come back in. Try. Nancy still got it. 10 seconds and you're at a minute. Good, last seconds. Change.
Okay.
Ooh. Shake it out. Now move your feet around too. You can shake your legs a little bit.
Okay.
All right. We're going to come down to the mat and start some active recovery. Slowing things down.
That's nice. I like that idea.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is called Clam and Leprechaun. So you can watch while I show you, and then we'll do it together. Ready? So you're going to prop your head up, laying on your side, bending your knees. So your knees are at a 90-degree angle, that bend, and your knees are out in front of you a little bit. So knees together, feet together. Lift your feet up. You want to look, if you roll your head back, that your spine points right down to the feet, right down to the heels. That's the line you want. Top hand in front. So from here, feet flexed, heels stay together, and exhale, open, inhale down. Not letting your pelvis roll back, right? Just up where you can without rolling back, and then down. All right, so that's the clam. Leprechaun, very similar. I'm going to turn a little bit more. Same setup. You're going to open your knees. This time, you're going to bring the heels apart and now touch your knees together with your heels apart. Right, so my heels are not touching. And then back up, heels touch. It's kind of like you tap your knees together, tap your heels together, just not at the same time.
You should stay like that.
Okay.
Okay. Fun.
All right, so getting set up here. Lie on your side, prop your head up. Get the 90-degree angle with the bend with your knees. So again, knees are out in front of you some here. And there are different ways to do the clam. This is the way we're doing it today. So if you're thinking, oh, that's not how I do it, that's not how I learned it. Just a little different, that's all. Heels up, feet, heels together, flex your feet. And check that line, spine to heels. Right down, and again, hand down. And we start. Exhale, open the knees. Inhale down. So heels staying together. And down. Your heels are in the air, right? That bottom leg, it's going to wiggle and wobble, but generally it's trying to stay where it started and not move. And change. All right, so open the knees first. Now heels apart, knees touch. Knees apart, heels touch. Knee, heels, knee, heels, right? Leaning into that hand to bring your knees together with your heels apart. You have to roll a little bit forward. That's okay. Again, the bottom leg staying in its spot. And change. All right, we're going to the other side. So you can just roll the face the other way. I'm going to change directions. Give you another angle on this. Okay, so again, prop your head up, bend your knees, so 90-degree angle. Feet together, but feet up in the air. Check your line. Spine to heels. All right, feet flexed. Top hand in front of you. And go. So clams first. Heels stay touching. Just get to the edge of your range of motion, again, without turning your hips. Right, so without turning your pelvis, I should say. You don't want to twist the pelvis at all. Right, so I put my top hand on it just to feel that it's not twisting. Change. All right, going into leprechaun. So knees open, then separate the heels, touch your knees. Touch the heels, touch your knees. Again, bottom leg staying there. Keeping the bend in your knee. You're using all hip here to try to roll down and get the knees to touch, and then to get it back for the heels to touch. So you're going to feel that burn all around in the glutes, outer thigh, and change. All right. We're going to do some stretching now. Just two different things. You can do whatever stretch is going to make you feel really good, or you can follow us here. You're going to do a fixed firm, like in yoga class.
Ooh, you read my mind.
Just going where you can. Right, starting kneel down position, then open your feet, sit between your heels, just like in hot yoga. If you can, hips to the floor, open your knees if your knees or feet hurt. Just making sure heels with the hips, and hands on your feet, thumbs inside, and start to go back. You can stop wherever you need to. Otherwise, trying to get right elbow down, then left elbow down, one at a time. Then you can try to drop your head down, head on the floor, back of your head, then shoulders. If your shoulders touch and you relax, then arms over your head. Grab your elbows, pull your elbows down. But the focus, not so much on getting the back bend in this today. It's really about stretching the legs. Getting that stretch around the knees, stretch through the quads. You're just leaning back as far as you can. And breathe. Knees staying on the ground. And hands to your feet, gently push up. All the way up. We're going to do a spine twist today too. You could do a pigeon prep if you wanted to. You're going to sit down on your bottom, bend your left knee in front of you, heel next to your right hip, bring the right foot over, heel and knee touch, right foot flat on the ground. You can do, just like in yoga, arm all the way over, use the elbow, push your knee back and grab the knee on the ground, or wrap your arm around the knee. Not quite like yoga class because we haven't been stretching this whole time. So a little bit different than end of yoga, doing a spine twist. Hand behind you on the floor, chest up, look back, twist. Just looking to feel a stretch in the right glutes. That twist. Hopefully feeling good for the joints. Especially the spine here. Twist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. And then gently untwist. Switch legs. Right foot, left foot over. Heel and knee touch. Make sure both hips are down comfortably on the floor. Again, you can bring your arm over your knee or wrap it around the knee. The right arm is coming to help. Chest up. And then look back and twist. And now feeling the stretch in the left glutes. Look as far back. Use your eyes. See as far around as you can. And again, think inhale, lengthen. Chest up. Exhale, look a little further, twist. One more nice deep breath here. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. And then change, gently untwist. And let's lie down for final Savasana. All right. Always good when you show up, you put in the effort. And now you relax, rest, recover, reset. You can close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Thank yourself for coming in today, for doing this today. See you next time. Namaste.
Namaste.